don't care who gets mad at this, but this has got to be addressed. Cause I'm tired of hearing about this stuff. And you know, TikTok, they be, they show favor to darker people when it comes to stuff. But I'm gonna say this anyway. He's gonna talk about is this colorism, about how that cat, the light skinned cat from Britain, how he got the role over in the Green Lantern movie, or the new Green Lantern movie that's coming out, and he's crying about how he's light skinned instead of dark skinned, even though dark skinned people take light skinned people's roles all the time. I can go down the line from Malcolm X, played with Denzel. Hell, Nat Turner. Nat Turner was light skinned. He was not dark skinned. He was mulatto, and they chose him to be dark. You can go Ernie Davis and his wife. They made them dark. We can go down the line. Like it's nonstop. Even there's rumors that Hannibal, who Denzel Washington played, he was light skinned. He was mulatto, and Denzel Washington, who's a darker man, played him. I mean, it goes on and on and on. We can go. Emmett Till and his mama. That movie that came, they made him dark, and they running game on light skinned people, not dark skinned people, and they always try to cast dark skinned people for light skinned people roles. All right, but they never call that out. They only call it out when they think that a dark skinned person, light skinned person, is taking a dark skinned person's movie role, but it's actually the other way around. And they've been stealing from light skinned people from y'all history, to y'all inventions, etc. Y'all from everything, y'all societies that y'all made. I can keep going on and on, but let's see what this dude's talking about.
Movies or anything like that, but this most recent casting of Jon Stewart from the Green Lantern, this is straight up colorism, and I'm gonna
No, it's not.
tell you why.
And they look down at the same color in those two pictures. They just look like men of color or brown men, brown skinned men.
Stewart in the comics is portrayed as a dark-skinned black man.
Yeah, and just because he's a dark-skinned black man in ancient history, that doesn't mean that he was actually a dark-skinned black man. Matter of fact, all these comic book people are actually pagan gods, allegedly. All right, but that doesn't mean that he was actually dark-skinned in real life, just because they made the cartoon darker. All right, but like I said, they do this to light-skinned people all the time and make their characters darker. But light-skinned people and people don't call it out because they're too ignorant or they're just too cowardly. But it seems like they only understand this in one direction.
Jon Stewart is one of the most iconic comic book characters ever.
I agree.
Like, doesn't matter if it's DC, Marvel, doesn't matter. Jon Stewart, the character, is one of the most iconic characters ever in comic book history. And they made him a light-skinned man in a live-action version.
What's wrong with that?
Like Denzel Washington's son had the day off or something? Like, I'm confused. You had plenty of options.
Like these dark-skinned niggas, they want all the goddamn representation. They greedy as shit. They don't even... You don't even see light-skinned dudes in roles like that. From black movie roles, they'll put light-skinned women in there with darker men, but they don't never put the light-skinned male in a lead role like that. The last superhero that we seen that was light was Black Adam. And that's because Adam was a light-skinned black man, allegedly. Alright? If you look up the name, Adam means red or red man earth. But it's arguable that he was light in history. Alright? I'm not saying that's fact, but it's arguable. But it's what it is.
Homie from Snowfall, he auditioned for it. You couldn't cast him? I mean, shouts out to this brother here. I mean, he's very talented. His new movie.
And listen to what you just said. He said he's very talented. That's probably why he got the role over them other guys, because of talent. Or maybe he's just doing something behind the curtain. You know, I don't go that far, but maybe he's doing something to get him that role. But don't bring on the fucking color. Like when all y'all do is take light-skinned people's history and inventions and in movie roles. That's how y'all do. I'm gonna make a whole fucking YouTube video about it.
Movie on Netflix was fire, but come on. If this ain't colorism, then what is it?
It's not colors, it's called talent. A lot of dark-skinned people are insecure when light-skinned people get attention. And everybody's scared to say something about it. They hate seeing light-skinned people in advantageous positions, being seen in public and stuff. They hate that stuff. All right, men and women. I'll see you on the next one. Let me read some of these comments.